Wealth. It's always good to feature with Wayne Foster on this great week. We have seen a never great day, and we always like to come and talk about let's build wealth. Features always on the week. We normally um, come on every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, and sometimes we come on Tuesday evening with a special guest. And we just wanted to stay committed to what we do, building wealth and how we build it. We uh, always thank you for tuning in to our channel on the Power God Broadcast Network. We thank you uh, for tuning into our Roku channel, our facing us on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media, which is a great network of getting out our businesses, getting out to what we do, and how we work, and how we partner together. And so we thank you always for um, watching our TV um, channel, and then this is what we're giving every week. On Tuesday, we talk about how to build wealth. I tell you how to, get into things in the market today that brings a return on your investment. And it's so good to hear people talk about when I'm in the neighborhood. Some people see me, they tell me how they enjoy the um, the broadcasters. It's exciting. People are watching. What's good is let's build wealth is getting out. My which is exciting that we're doing, and what's so important that the information that we give to you is giving you the information that help you to grow, help you to see another better thing in life. It's what we're trying to bring to you. So today we has I really wants to talk to you and motivate you and get you to a place that you really understand you could do this. You could really do this. You could become the next millionaire. You can become the next dreamer, and the dream came true. Uh, it's only how you structure it. It's only how you um, look at it and how you put it together. It's what's going to come out of that. And so we are so grateful that we have this opportunity, this platform that we was grateful, blessed with, to help many people to come on, many people to do what they want to do. And sometimes you just don't know how to get the information out and give to people that people can see what you're all about. We started small, but we're going great. We started with just the thought of a mind, or the call that was given to me, and we put it in action. So everything that we do today is just only because what we saw and what we heard, and we act on it. And so in building, that is alone by itself, where you're building your own business, which is this is what this power to get wealth is all about, is how to take what you got, create it to make it become something. Start small and end up big. Anything that you do today, you can start small, and the small, it's not how you start. It don't matter how you start. Just start. That's the key. You just gotta start it. You know what I mean? You can't wait on till you get everything together, and you bring everything together, and you still ain't start. You know what I mean? Because you bring everything, but you ain't started. So, in building what you want to build and do what you want to do, you gotta get started. You gotta move forward. You just can't just hope that one day it's going to drop out of the sky and boom, everything is put in place. Everything is going the way you wanted to go. You got to make sure you put uh, that project, that model in front of you and get it going. And so building what we build today, it's got to come from a place of starting. It's got to come to a place of what I want. You know, I've been talking about this for the last month and have been faithful on Tuesdays and to motivate you from what a blueprint to square foot and to a house. You know, there it goes again. It had to start from somewhere. It just couldn't be out on a piece of ground and without having blueprints. You know, what I mean, not having square feet um, to make that, you know, feet to give you the length and the width of that house, you know, of that building. So we learned that, you know, if you don't, you can always, Facebook will let you go back and view some of my recordings, and also YouTube. You know, you can click into that, and you could, you know, you can get that. And so we, because the whole thing is the network is to have a platform for you to get information, for you to grow, for you to be at a place that you don't know where to start at, you don't know where to go at, you don't know what to do. You know what I mean? You have an idea, you have a plan, you have something, but you just don't know where to start at. And that's why, you know, I'm building these uh, my channel. This is why I'm building this, so you have a platform that you can go and you can find out how you can get what you want, how you can do what you need to do. It's not all about how far you can go, how wide you can do it. It's all about starting somewhere. It's all about knowing how to start it. And when you start right, you'll end up right. I have heard this over my life. If you start wrong, you'll end up wrong. And then, and like I said, it's that a lot of you been watching me. You got, you know, my story. You know who I am. You know, it's nothing behind the closed scenes. We're closing up things so you don't get the real deal of what's going on. But I've heard this statement in my life, and building. You know, and when we build it, if we do not get that square feet right, or we don't get that four corners of that building of that house, and it deals with the square of it. If that thing is not square right, and we don't start square, guess what's gonna happen? It's not gonna end up right. So in that key, we have to make sure that foundation, or make sure whatever we're doing, we got to start it right. So I've learned this. You start right, it'll end up right. If you start wrong, it's gonna end up wrong. And you try to fix it as you go down the path. You know, you try to put things together and it just don't work because you started wrong. You know, so into building a business and in building to what you're trying to build, the knowledge is today is to build it, start right, you know, and let's get started. That's bring it to life. That's don't no more put it on the shelf. That's don't no more set it up on something and hoping that one day it'll come together. But here we're trying to give you the ability of knowing how to, you know, go to where you want, you know, launch onto that project, launch onto that thing that you really been wanting for years and just didn't know how to start it. That's why we were really building this today. This is why we're really you know, um, launching out in another area that we never launch out into. And so what I'm launching now, what I'm giving you now is, you know, how to start that business, how to start that investment, you know, how to start that plan, you know, how to put it together. And so now you just don't sitting around tumbling your thumbs like we used to, you know, what way to go, you know, how can I do it? I've been in a lot of ventures, man, with a lot of people, and I've seen people start small and end up great. You know, great testimonies that I can give out to people that I have, really seen, got into a market, a dry market, and I mean, you would never thought you could take something out of that area to where it looked like. But here it goes again. You got to start. I mean, not looking at the situation, not looking at where it's at, and then you launch into it and say, "Wow, it just can't happen." It's not the right area, it's not the right fit, it's not the right things I was looking into. But the key is, if you don't start it, you'll never know you can do it. You know what I mean? You don't know if you can win. You don't know if you was a good person that can do it because you never started. So it's the knowledge today. This week is started. Get it together. Just don't put it on a piece of paper. Put it in action. That's motivating. We in this TV network. We started it. What I mean, and every day there's still some more things that we learning that we keep working towards. Because we want to make it great. We want to make it now. Some people think that it's all about you, but I'm trying to make it the best network that's out there in today's market. And the only way we can do that is that we got to keep going to the trial and error. You know what I mean? You try this, that don't work. You try something else. You keep going until you get to where you are satisfied and your customers are satisfied. You know what I mean? Not just me and my wife, but the people that's a part of the Power God network, getting them excited. You know what I mean? And you're looking in the right side of your screen, you should see that our logo. That logo tells you about you're on the network of the Power God broadcast network. And this channel is featured under it. It's a part of it. It's the Power of God broadcast network is the umbrella, and we are all under the umbrella, which is giving us a platform so we could do, so people can see what we do. What I mean? It's repairing these TV shows. There's a lot that goes behind the scene before we come out, and we just don't pop on the cameras and we we're alive. It's not that simple, but that's a process. What I mean? And in that process, you got to start. So if I don't put my cameras and hook up my monitors and hook up my laptop, to the internet, what I mean, what you're watching now, and if I'm in my studio and you're in your house and you're watching me on Roku, well, how do you do that? So that starts a process. What I mean? Just don't, cut your TV on, bam, you're gonna see, you're gonna think about me. I'm just saying, if you knew me, you say, oh, let me see what the Power to Get Wealth is doing today, and you cut on your TV, and it will never happen. It's because you don't know anything about that. You know me, but if I never told you about to go to my Roku channel and lock it in on your Roku, and while I'm talking about this, if some of you watching this TV and or you on Facebook or YouTube and you want to get onto that Roku channel, you only got to do is to go to your Roku TV, and you just go to the search bar and type in Power of God Broadcast Network, and then bam, you will see me and my wife, our picture, which is that lets you know you're on the right network. Then we got 25 channels on the Roku, and then one of the channels that you'll see is the channel you see me now, and that's Power to Get Wealth. which is I talk about how to get wealth and what we in today's market, in today's time, how do we invest? How do we see a project? How do we know it's a good project, it's not a project? And this is only giving you the knowledge. But again, it's a starting point. So everything you do, it gotta have a starting point. You just can't jump out, bam, and it all came of a click of your finger. But you gotta, put that thing in place, and as you put it in place, it'll start working itself out. Things start coming. I can remember as we're talking. I remember we started, with cell phones when I first started this network. You know, the software I have that allows me to do my TV network. We started with a cell phone. Now I have about three TV cameras. Um, we bought six of them. We uh, also partnered with my father ministry, and we gave them three. And so some of you watching some of our TVs on our Sunday TVs channel, some of you watching Woman to Woman with my wife channel. Some of you have been featuring on the music channel now, and you see us. Well, that's working from cameras. Um, we have, where I'm at now. I'm filming in my studio, and there, as we talking now, there's a camera in front of me, and the camera that I'm doing this telecast off of is giving you, so you can see what's in the studio. And so, and that starts again, it starts from somewhere, and you keep working to it until you get where we at now. We on TV. So that's just like you want to start your own, um, clothing, jewelry, your car business, cleaning business, handyman business, whatever it is, you have to get to a point where you starting it. You gotta, you know what you want to do, but there's no steps that you don't know what you want to get into. And so, into that point, I want to help you. I want to make sure you get to that point where you understand that how to make them things happen, how to make them things, um, work. How can you do it? How can you really, really do it? So if you look in the bottom of my screen, there's a phone number. Drop this number down. It's just the Power of Get Wealth phone number. You know, you call us, say, look, I want to be a part of how to, get my business. This is my business. So you give me your business. You give us the plan. And then what I want to do as partner with you is show you how to put it together. Is really show you how to really put it together. And so if you're watching this, if you need that number, it's going on my screen. You can you can um, you can call me and say, I really want to be connected. And so we understand in business, or you understand what you want to do. Sometimes you gotta, partner with the right ones. You gotta know who sees you for what you want and sees you for what needs to be done. And that way, no one can take you out of that place, that you are the owner of that place. If you want to get to the place that you want to be, the CEO uh, of your company, if you want to be that one that's in control, that boss, then this is where this is the platform that we're giving you, so you can then do that. You don't have to be by yourself. All of what I do today, I have done it by myself. And it's hard when you do it by yourself, but it is good when you got somebody you can partner with, that have the money, to have the experience, that have the, the ability. That's not a person that's quick, a person that knows, what to do, how to do it. Those are the people you want to hang around with. Those are the people that, hey, man, help me, help me. Don't, move pride out the way. Move the ability of you not doing what you need to do. It's all about, how do we connect? And you got to connect with the right people. You got to know how to connect. And so if and into what we're doing, if we don't connect right, it can bring a bad situation, down the road. So I'm encouraging you today to, start it. Let's get started. Let's get motivated. You've been watching me for a while. Some people have been interact with me on different things, and we are already talking about doing it, and that's good. I'm talking to the ones that is sitting and pondering in your mind and trying to find that right move or that right place or that right timing, and missing other opportunities pass you by because you're waiting. And sometimes we wait too long, and sometimes we can go too quick. I have seen that happen also too. But that's what it's important, that when you're partnering with somebody that has made it, have made it to where you're trying to get to, and those are the ones that we pull on. Like, I have mentors that I talk to on a regular basis. I just don't talk to them like when I want something. I talk to them when I need it. You know what I mean? This is where I'm at. This is where I'm trying to go. Like, what you think about it? How can you put this thing, together? And a lot of times they give me the right answer. Yeah. And then I go try it. And it works. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta know who to partner with. And building wealth in this day and time, you gotta know, because there's so many scams out here. There's so many people. Looks like, you can make it. I'm down to earth. I'm not a person that you gotta make appointments. You gotta be in the right finance budget before I talk to you. Um, you got to be, wear the right clothes. Drive the right vehicle for us to come together. You don't have to do that. I'm very down to earth. I'm really person about passion. I'm about commitment. I'm about doing what we need to do, especially if it could be spiritual, it could be natural. My whole thing, if my hands are in it, I'm in it all the way. I'm not in it to quit. I'm in it to win. And I'm speaking to you today. As you're looking at this TV, as you're looking at this, wherever you're watching it, I'm speaking to you. Whatever you want to launch her into and whatever you want to do, this is the starting point. This is the day that you say to yourself, it's time for me to get up from, not just wanting to do it and putting it together. Whether if you try to make um, um, things and you're trying to make it, and I'm saying that because if I say one thing, you might not do it. So you say, well, he's not talking to me. So I'm not going to say not anything, but I'm going to tell you to do. If whatever it is, you start it. If you got to buy your product, buy your product, buy whatever you need, and you start putting it together. Buy one at a time, buy two at a time. Whatever you need to make it happen, you start that. Because if you don't start it, guess what? You're never going to get to the place you want to get. You're looking back never 5 years and you said, I would have if I could, and you still didn't get it. So I'm making a challenge to you today. I'm making a challenge to this week. Start it. Launch out there. I've launched out in a lot of things in business. And because of my ability and my passion, you got to have that right passion. man, you gotta have a passion. You gotta, well, if nobody sees that vision or nobody sees that plan, but you gotta have that passion. Excuse me. You gotta have it to where you feel like nobody is encouraging you, nobody's motivating you, nobody's like lifting you up. Man, listen, you gotta have that passion where you gotta encourage yourself on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I feel like when we built these networks, we built this channels, we built what we're doing. We had to be motivated because we gotta, you can't look all nice and all fixed up. You gotta, there's some days that, I myself, I mean, because of my scheduling, and, working and building and church and other things, personal things that we do, I mean, constantly busy, day in, day out, constantly. But we still have to, I still have to make time to jump on the TV so I can, talk to you. You know what I mean? What have a TV show and there's nothing on it but a black screen? That's not a good, you can, you cut on the TV and all you see is a black screen. You don't see nothing, you don't hear nothing, you just see a black screen. So that's not what we are building. We're building so when you cut on that TV and you happen to scroll down, or you have somebody tell you, look at what the Power God Broadcast Network is about. I want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? You don't want to, you don't want to show them, and you get to a point, and you cut the TV on, and there's a black screen. There's nothing in there, and it that takes place. That can happen. So into what we have, we got to make sure we give it right. And when we do this, I'm gonna show you real quickly. Like I said, I'm in the studio, and which will take a second. Won't take a minute. It'll take a second. If we didn't have things in place, if we didn't start it right, and then it's all about technology anyway. But I'm in a place where I can do this. So I'm gonna show you something. Well, in this place, it's a second that can happen so fast to where's that black screen? You see that? And then instantly, if it wasn't set up right, or we didn't start right, if we just click on a button, what's magic about this is that we started right. So we control everything, and these cameras have to be controlled by something. You know what I mean? And I mean, we can switch things out. It's the technology. It's not nothing that a genius. What I just did is I just show you. I blocked myself out of my camera, and I put myself back as just a button. So that is what I'm showing you. If I didn't start somewhere, we didn't put the plan. We had it in here, but we had to put it where you can see it now. So no one says, I hear people tell me all the time, oh, I just thought y'all was on Facebook. I thought, Monday Lives with Bishop and Lady Foster. I know a lot of you watched that. That's where we started at. That was our starting point, you know what I mean, of us building a channel, us building a TV network. That was the start, you know what I mean? But that was my ending. My ending for this Power network is to own satellites in a lot of cities, countries. I mean, we want to take what you see now and we want to launch it to other areas, in Africa, I mean, places that cannot, I mean, we've seen Facebook have leaked, and Facebook is traveling to Italy, Africa. I have some bishop and pastor friends, people that's under our covenants that we watch over their ministries, and so they're over in those in Africa and Haiti. And so my plan is that we built our own station to where we can reach where people plug in to our network. It's not through like Comcast. Comcast is in a great, thank you. Comcast is a great network, TV network. Most of the 90% of people that's watching me now have Comcast or had some kind of satellite dish TV. You know what I mean? But they're all are based the same way we are based through satellites or based through the internet, based through a software. And but we're trying to create something where we're just not based on some areas of technology. We're trying to base everything so we can reach more further, and their cost won't be as much as the cost if right now to build one station with satellites that reaches like Comcast. We're talking about over $100,000. This was a couple satellites for me. Then we'll go into where we at into my studio, and then the software that we use will connect that into your dish or your internet or wherever you doing it, your church, whatever your business, whatever in your house or whatever. It needs to be somewhere we can connect so you can get the screen so people can see what's playing. So all that takes a right kind of software to do that. Some of it costs us. So my plan is this: we started. Now we're working to where eventually one day you'll hear us talking about this is our network. This is the station. This is where we view all of our things out of, and we'll now have 2 or 3 other stations in these other areas. This is what we are building. That's another plan of the Power God Broadcast Network. But I'm showing you that we started it, and we started it as getting it live for me to do what we do every week, every day. My stations are 7 days, 24 hours, 7. Where we constantly have something that's going through our Roku channels, constantly. I mean, you could, go on there and you can, be watching something, and my plan is now, on Thursdays, I'm hoping that you tune on Thursdays. My wife and my son, Andrews, are now featuring other artists on Thursday. Thursday is all music, all gospel artists that we're bringing on. We're not having people that's already been out there and had hit fame, already. We're looking for you that are small artists that want to get that music out, want to get that play out, want to get that poem out, whatever it is. And as you listen to me, and as you want to be a part of this, and you want to come on in, I'm gonna put at the bottom of the screen real quickly how you can jump on, be a part of this network, be a part of something that is on a move. It's on a move greatly. We can help you build your commercials. We can help you build your logo, like you see again up in the corner right there. Up right there in that corner right there. We can help you build that. That's a logo. That's the Power of God Broadcast logo. This is what's mostly shown on everything you see air on this TV network. You'll see that. You're watching it on Facebook. You're watching it on YouTube. You'll see that logo. You'll pop up. Maybe it'll be with me. Maybe it'll be with my wife. Maybe it will be with the pastors. Maybe it'll be with a business. You know what I mean? Everywhere you, the Power of God views, it'll have its logo. So we can help. We can help with your logo. We can help with your, we have our own website. Again, on the Power of God Network, we have our own website. So you have the ability to not just have, we're just on one platform. We are on all major platforms. That's today, Facebook, uh, YouTube, Roku, Instagram. And there's some couple more that we're learning about that we're connecting to those two. So we are on another one, and this is a new one that too many people is it's a business one, and it called LinkedIn is what it's called. I jumped on their network, but it's something that I heard about, and I signed up, and we put the Power Guide on theirs, so it gets the viewing on their site as well as my own. And that again, like I said earlier, it's about connecting. It's about bringing people together and making a affordable network. And so when you make something affordable, some people can be a part of it. And so at the screen, at the bottom of my screen now, as you see scrolling now, is give you that phone number. 13 hours a week. You could air your program. You could air that uh, that whatever it is. So if you want to be a part of it and you want to get information, as the number coming up bottom of the screen, I'll scroll it around again. There it is. It gives you, our TV network, if you want to be a part of it, and it only can cost you, if the lowest is 13 hours a week, and you can air your own show, like like you see me airing now. So that's something that we creating, we were doing. So today I want to give you something that you can get the information, learn how to get started, and just being committed. Some things that we could do before time, helps us out a lot. But a lot of time I like to do my things live. We like to come in the studio, and we like to, do these, get this thing out the way it's supposed to be. That's dedication. Some people, have other people, and we're also looking for people, that's having a great idea. And if you might know somebody, again, I'll stow the number for the power of my um, um, phone number again for you. Maybe you know somebody, and somebody wants to looking for a platform, looking for a TV network to get into, and you hear them talking about it, and they just don't know who to get in contact with. Please, there's that number at the bottom of my screen. Tell them to call. Tell them to, hey, get in contact with Bishop Wayne Foster and jump on the Power of God broadcast. Power to Get Well channel. Get the business that you got. You know what I mean? Let that business, launch out. Let it, come together. And so we want you to, to be a part of what we are doing. We want you to be really committed like we are. And we can help you, So don't let nobody tell you that they can't. You can't do it. Or you're living in a pipe dream. Come out the pipe dream. But you can live it. I'm a living witness. You can do that. and I've done that. You know, what I mean, start small and I end up great. So whatever I started, I promise you, we're gonna end up right. Anything I partner with will end up where we can be a great instrument, a great help to you. And so as you watching, thank you again always for jumping online with uh, with me. And let's build wealth is my target and what we are doing, the knowledge. And I hope that you really enjoy today's TV show. I hope you really enjoy it. And so stay tuned. We got more things are coming, and they are awesome. They are great. So next week we got an awesome thing going on here. Got some gonna be viewing somebody great, and we always do that. So it's all about getting information, getting people that you don't normally see, and bring them to this platform so you can see what they're doing. You can see their ministry, how they started with 2 members, and they end up, a great large uh, membership. You know what I mean? Or they had a vision, to get into a business, and they started with 1 store and they got 2 stores now. You know what I mean? Or whatever. That's what we're looking for, to embrace what we have, embrace it together. So as I always say, my time is up.